have been in the marketing industry for 20 years. Can you take us back to the vision you had in mind as to why you ventured and focused specifically on the influencer marketing industry?
Okay, this is the abridged version of the story. I started blogging when I was 11 or 12. I'd like to think of myself as a storyteller ever since. Back in the day, I have experience as a blogger, as a creator, and I also have an idea of how brands are like. So being a brand representative, I learned that it's one thing to tell your story as a brand, but that story becomes so much richer when other people tell your story for you. And I think that's when I realized that creators and influencers have a strong role to play in terms of having an effect on how people think, what people believe in, and how people will act or decide. So there's the creator side, the business side. And then when I came in to lead Blogapalooza, the company that I'm working with right now, I also had that taste of the agency side.
So now we are curious to know, what do you think is the most challenging experience in running the company, and how did you rise above?
We had to grow Blogapalooza from being that event to being the influencer marketing company that it is right now. That alone is a challenge in itself, transitioning from a different business model to another, coming from events to a more comprehensive influencer marketing company.
The influencer community is getting bigger and bigger because there are influencers out there inspiring, empowering, they're making an impact on other people through short video content. Do you think Facebook and YouTube are capable of matching the popularity of TikTok when it comes to short video content?
I think the reason why TikTok really grew in popularity is because people are craving for authenticity, for realness and rawness. And I think TikTok also feeds the curiosity and the thirst of people for what I call as snackable content.
You know what? I definitely agree with what you said, that authenticity and rawness are the key factors nowadays that content creators need to exhibit, because as a consumer of social media myself, I feel more related to and represented if content creators are just being their truest selves.
If you could give one piece of advice to your students, what would it be and why?
Do not chase the grades, chase the learning. When I was in college, you know how Asians are like, no, you have to get high grades. I learned this, I think I was a junior. I stopped chasing the grades. I started getting the legendary profs who would give you very, very low grades, who would fail half of the class. I got those profs because those profs, they would teach you things that would be useful for you until you grow old. So, I got enlisted in classes where the profs would really be the ones who would be the terror ones. Because back then I realized, grades will never define you. They do not define you and they will never define you. What matters, or what's more important, is how much you've learned and how you can apply whatever you learn in the classroom to real life situations. I think that's really where the priorities of students should be. The learning more than the grades. Because at the end of the day, if you get a high grade, but what did you learn? What do you remember? What stuck there?
You know what? If you were to be my professor, I'd definitely grab a seat to be in one of your classes, and I feel like I could listen to you talk all day. But now looking back at your experience as a founder and CEO of Blogapalooza, what are the top 3 tips you would give to women who are building their own company or their own brand?
An empowered woman is sure of herself. An empowered woman empowers other women to feel sure of themselves.